2026 is not waiting for anyone to feel ready. It is moving quietly, steadily, and confidently toward a future where communication matters more than ever. And whether we like it or not, English has become a language that opens doors, connects people, and gives voice to ideas that would otherwise remain unheard. If English still feels heavy to you, if it still feels like a wall instead of a bridge, I want you to listen carefully. You are not weak, you are not slow, you are not incapable. Your brain has simply not been trained the way it needs to be trained. Language learning is not about intelligence, it is not about talent, it is not about having a perfect accent or memorizing grammar rules. Language learning is about comfort, it is about safety. It is about teaching your brain that it is allowed to try, allowed to make mistakes, allowed to sound imperfect. Most people do not fail at English because they cannot learn. They fail because they are afraid to speak, and fear shuts the brain down. Your brain is designed to protect you. When it senses embarrassment, judgment, or failure, it reacts by freezing. That is why your mind goes blank when you try to speak English, even though you understand it when you listen. Understanding and speaking are not the same skill. Listening is passive. Speaking is vulnerable. Speaking asks your brain to step into uncertainty, and the brain resists anything that feels unsafe. Training your brain for English in 2026 begins with removing fear from the learning process. You cannot force fluency through pressure. Pressure creates silence. You must create an environment where your brain feels calm enough to experiment. This begins with how you talk to yourself. Every time you say, "My English is bad," your brain believes you. Every time you say, "I always make mistakes," your brain prepares for failure. Instead, you must gently change the language you use with yourself. Say, "My English is improving." Say, "I am learning." Say, "Mistakes mean progress." These words are not empty motivation. They are instructions to your nervous system. In 2026, fluent English speakers will not be the ones who know the most grammar rules. They will be the ones who are comfortable expressing simple ideas clearly. Fluency is not complexity. Fluency is flow. And flow comes from repetition, not perfection. Your brain learns through patterns. The more often it hears, sees, and uses English, the more normal English becomes. This is why daily exposure matters more than long study sessions. Studying for 3 hours once a week overwhelms the brain. Speaking for 10 minutes every day trains it. Language is not built through intensity. It is built through consistency. Even 5 minutes a day can rewire the brain if it is done regularly. The brain needs frequency, not duration. It needs familiar contact with the language day after day until English stops feeling foreign and starts feeling like home. One of the most powerful habits you can build is thinking in English. Not big thoughts, small ones, gentle ones. When you wake up, think, "I am awake." When you drink water, think, "I am drinking water." When you walk, think, "I am walking." These sentences are simple, but they teach your brain to associate English with daily life. This is exactly how you learned your first language, through repetition, not explanation. Children do not study grammar before they speak. They absorb language through constant exposure and natural use. You must give yourself permission to learn the same way. Another important shift is to stop translating in your head. Translation creates delay. When you translate, your brain first thinks in your native language, then searches for English, then checks grammar, then worries about mistakes. By the time you are ready to speak, the moment has passed. Fluency comes when meaning connects directly to English words, without passing through another language. When you hear the word chair, do not think of the word in your language. Think of the object, picture it, feel it. This direct connection is how fluent speakers think. It is how their brains operate without hesitation. Listening is another essential part of training your brain. Your brain needs to hear English every day. Not just formal English from textbooks, but real English. Natural English, conversations, stories, videos, podcasts, movies. You do not need to understand every word. Your brain is powerful. It learns patterns automatically. When you listen daily, your brain learns rhythm, pronunciation, and structure without effort. It begins to predict what comes next. It begins to feel the music of the language. And when you listen, repeat. Speak out loud, shadow what you hear. Copy the sound, not the spelling. English lives in the mouth, not on the page. Your tongue and lips must learn movement. Many learners understand English, but struggle to speak because their mouth has never been trained. Speaking is a physical skill. It requires practice. Your muscles need to remember how to form sounds that may not exist in your first language. Do not wait for confidence before speaking. Confidence is not a requirement, it is a result. Every time you speak, even imperfectly, your brain learns that you survived. Survival builds confidence. Silence builds fear. Speak to yourself. Speak while cooking. Speak while walking. Speak in front of a mirror. Narrate your day in English. Describe what you see. Your brain needs practice, not permission. It needs evidence that speaking is safe. Mistakes are not dangerous. Silence is. In 2026, people who speak imperfect English will have more opportunities than people who stay silent, waiting for perfection. Communication matters more than accuracy. Being understood matters more than sounding native. The goal is not to become someone else. The goal is to express yourself clearly enough that others can understand your ideas, your needs, your dreams. And let me say this clearly. Your accent is not a problem. Your accent is proof that you know more than one language. The world does not need you to sound like someone else. It needs you to be clear and confident. In 2026, most English conversations will happen between non-native speakers. Perfection will matter less. Clarity will matter more. The English you need is not the English of literature or academia. It is the English of connection, of everyday exchange, of getting things done. Another important part of training your brain is removing comparison. Comparison damages learning. Someone else's English journey is not your standard. Some people had exposure early, some had access. Some had confidence. Some grew up in environments where English was everywhere. Your journey is yours. Progress is personal. The only comparison that matters is between who you were yesterday and who you are today. Did you speak one more sentence today than yesterday? Did you understand one more phrase? Then you are moving forward. Celebrate small progress. The first time you think in English without translating. The first time you speak without freezing. The first time you understand a sentence without subtitles. The first time someone understands what you said. These moments tell your brain, we are improving. Learning becomes faster when the brain feels rewarded. Your brain responds to encouragement, not criticism. Your brain also learns faster when emotion is involved. If English feels like punishment, learning will be slow. If English feels interesting, learning accelerates. Connect English to things you love. Music, stories, topics you enjoy. Watch videos about your hobbies in English. Read about subjects that fascinate you. Listen to songs you can feel. Learning should feel like access, not pressure. English should feel like a gift you are giving yourself, not a burden you must carry. English is not here to judge you, it is here to serve you. There will be days when you feel stuck. That does not mean nothing is happening. Learning often happens quietly before it becomes visible. Your brain is making connections beneath the surface. It is organizing patterns you have absorbed. Trust the process. Your brain is changing even when you do not notice. Growth is not always loud. Sometimes it is silent and patient. Remember also that rest is part of learning. Your brain consolidates memory during sleep. Overworking yourself creates stress, and stress blocks learning. Give yourself breaks. Be gentle with your timeline. Learning a language is not a race. It is a relationship. And relationships need time, patience, and kindness to grow strong. Training your brain for English in 2026 is not about becoming fearless. It is about becoming consistent, showing up daily, speaking despite mistakes, being patient with yourself. Kindness speeds up learning, harshness slows it down. Your brain learns better in an atmosphere of safety than in an atmosphere of judgment. Treat yourself the way you would treat a child learning to walk.